Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Om Pushpat Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Sattva Sadasya Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada ki jai Ananta Koti Vaishnavavrinda ki jai Ramacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta ki jai Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gaur Gopinath Sam Kund Radha Kund Girigavardhan ki jai Vrindavan Dham ki jai Navadvip Dham ki jai गंगा माई की जय जमुना माई की जय तुलसी देवी की जय भक्ति देवी की जय स्वामी भक्तविंद की जय ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर्थ गॉड ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर्थ गॉड ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द असमर्थ थैंक यू वेरी मच
Next is a class on the Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th Canto, 9th Chapter, text number 4, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on February 18th, 1977, in Mayapur, India.
Tatehi Sanatirajan Mahabhagavatorthaka Upetya Bhuvikayena Nanama Viditanya. So, Prahlad Maharaj is Mahabhaga, not ordinary devotee. Arvaka means innocent child, 5 years old, small boy, but Mahabhaga. Not that because he is boy, ahitukiya pratihata. A small child can become Mahabhagavata, and a very learned scholar may become a demon. Bhakti is so exalted that these are contradictory. Arvaka also means foolish or childish, but at the same time Mahabhaga, to be first. Mahabhagavata means we must distinguish between different types of devotees. Kanishtadhikari, Madhyamadhikari and Mahabhagavata, Uttamadhikari. Now this Prahlad Maharaj is Mahabhagavat, not because he is now 5 years old, no. He was Mahabhagavatam from the womb of his mother. When his mother was attacked by the demigods, arresting, and was being dragged by the devotas, Narad Muni was passing there. What you are doing? And she is the wife of Hiranyakashipu, and she has got a child, and in the home, so we want to kill that child also. Narad Muni immediately asked them, no. This is not ordinary child. He is Mahapapa. Don't touch. So they agreed. Narad Muni, this is Devata. Although did some mistake, as soon as Narad Muni ordered them, that don't try to harm. He is Mahabharata. Immediately. So Narad Muni said, my dear daughter, you come with me until your husband comes back. Hiranyakashipu went to perform very severe austerities to defeat the demigods. This is demon's activity. Hiranyakashipu was engaged in very severe type of austerities. What is the purpose? The material purpose. But that type of austerity, tapasya, is useless. Samayeva hi kevalam. The materialists, they take austerities, unless they do that, they cannot improve either in the business field or in economic field or in political field. They have to work very, very hard. Just like in our country, the great leaders, Mahatma Gandhi, he had to work very, very hard. 20 years in Durban, he spoiled his time, and 30 years in India, I shall say, spoiled his time. What for? For some political purpose. What is this political purpose? Now we are a group called by the name Indian. We must drive away the Englishmen and take the Supreme. This is purpose. So, this is unnavilled. What is this purpose? Today you are Indian, tomorrow you may be something else. Tatha dehantara prapti. You have to change your body. So, what is the next body? Are you going to be again Indian? No guarantee. Even if you have got very much affection for India, all right, according to your karma, you will get body. If you get the Indian body of a tree, then you stand up for 5,000 years. What is the benefit? Krishna says, Tatha dehantara prapti. He does not say that a human being is going to be again a human being. There is no guarantee. Some rascals, they say that once getting this human body, he does not degrade. No, that is not the fact. Right. The fact is that out of 8,400,000 of different species of life, according to your karma, you will get a body. No guarantee that we are. And even if you get Indian body, who cares for you? So, without Krishna consciousness, whatever austerities, penances we perform, it is simply useless waste of time. We should know. Simply Vaishnava. Because you have to change your body, everything will be changed. You have come naked, you have to go naked. You cannot give. Mittu sarva harascha hum. Sarva, whatever you have acquired, everything will be taken away. Mittu, that's why Hiranyakashipu, whatever he has acquired, Prahlad Maharaj said, in a second you took it. So, my Lord, why you are offering me this material benediction? What is the value of it? I have seen my father simply by his eyebrows twinkling, the demigods would be afraid. Such position, you have finished in a second. What is the use of this material body? Therefore, those who are pure devotees, they do not aspire anything material. That is not there. Anna vilasita sunnam. Jnana karmadhanamritam anukullena krishnani silanam bhaktivedanta. You should always remember that. Don't bring any material desire in executing devotional service. Then it is not pure. Nasadhumanne jasmaatmanoyam asannapi klesadayatare. As soon as you bring material desire, then you have wasted your time. Because you will have to get a body. Your desire will be fulfilled. Krishna is so kind. Jigathamam prapadyasi. Jnanadayo. If you want to fulfill some desire by bhakti, Krishna is very kind, alright. But you have to take another body. And if you are pure, simply, taktade hang punarjanmanaipi mameti. This is pure devotion. Therefore we advise everyone to become a pure devotee. Pure devotee, this is the example of Mahabharata. This 5-year-old boy, he had no business except to satisfy, to become a pure devotee of Krishna. So, this very qualification, pure devotee, makes one Mahabharata. But there are stages. The Mahabharata from the very birth, that is called Nitya Siddha. They are eternally Siddha, perfect. They come for some purpose. The Prahlad Maharaj came for this purpose, that the demon, even he is his father, he was giving him so many trouble because one is Krishna. This is instance. Prahlad Maharaj wanted to show this. By the order of Krishna, the Hiranyakashipu also came, how to become enemy of Krishna, and Prahlad Maharaj came to show how to become a devotee. This is going on. So Mahabharata, Kanishtha-adhikari, Madhyama-adhikari, and Mahabharata are Uttama-adhikari. Kanishtha-adhikari, in the beginning, they are to talk how to worship the deity. Very perfect. According to the instruction of the Shastra, according to the instruction of the Guru, one must learn how to worship deity. Acchayanivam haraye jab pujan sadhyahate natad bhaktesu chanyesu sabhakta prakita. But one must make advance. This is advancement of devotional service. By simply we remain stuck up in deity worship, we do not feel for others, Natani, natat bhakta. You do not know who is devotee, how to worship him, then we remain connected to him. And Madhyamadhikari means he must know his position, other position, devotee's position, God's position. And that is Madhyamadhikari. Ishare tadadhineshu baliseshu disasucha. He will have 4 kinds of vision. Bhagavan, Ishara, tadadhineshu is one who has taken center of Bhagavan. That means devotee. Ishare tadadhineshu balis. Innocent children, just like these children, balis or bhagavan. And disha, India. The Madhyamadhikari can see these 4 different persons. And he deals with them differently. What is that? Prema, Maitri, Kripa, Upeksha. Ishara, to love God, Krishna, prema. And Maitri, Maitri means to make friendship. One who is devotee, we should make friendship with. We should not be envious. We should make friends, Maitri. And innocent, just like these children, Kripa, to show them mercy, how they will become devotees, how they will learn chanting, dancing, give them food, give them education. This is called Kripa. And last, Upeksha. Upeksha means those who are envious, don't take it. Don't associate with them. Upeksha. But Mahabharata, he does not make any upeksha. He even loves those who are bishops, just like Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, his father was very, very envious. Still, Prahlad Maharaj refused to accept any benediction for his personal benefit, but he begged Lord Nrsimhadev to excuse his father. That my father, he did not ask anything for personal, but still he knew that throughout my life my father has played the part of enemy. So this is the opportunity. I shall beg Lord to excuse my father. So Krishna knew it. His father was already excused because he became the father of Prahlad Maharaj. He already became Benedictine. It is not ordinary thing to have such a nice son. So as soon as Prahlad Maharaj requested Nrsimhadev to kindly excuse my father, so he immediately said, not only your father, his father, his father, his father, everyone is delivered. We should take lesson from Prahlad Maharaj that if a child becomes a devotee in the family, he is the best child. He is giving the best service to the family, but the rascals, they are taking otherwise, that my son has become devotee, bringing back by deprogramming, by kidnapping. People are so rascals. They do not take it a great benefit that my fortunate son has become a devotee, my whole family will be delivered. But they have no knowledge. They have no brains. Therefore I say, it is not brainwashing, it is brain giving. They have no So, take it very seriously and do nicely. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. the beginning, Prabhupada said something about a scholar and a small child. What did he say? Child versus a scholar. Jagadish Hari Prabhu. Mic is coming. Are the Madanga? Are not working? Why it's not working? Have to speak loudly, I think. He said foolish or what he said? Demon. Said, Haribol. See, a child may become a great devotee, Mahabhagavad devotee, and a scholar can become a great demon. He said, although child is only 5 years old. Which means in the path of bhakti, you don't have to be a big scholar, but we need devotion. That's the point he made. Huh? Bhakti is so exalted that these are contradictory. Huh? So one can be a devotee even as a small child, Mahabhagavad child. Huh? Yeah. And Prabhupada appreciated something about the devatas, when they were taking away Kayadu. What did Prabhupada appreciate about the devatas? Okay. Mic? No. Loudly you have to speak, I think. Mic is working. The mic.
Hare
Yeah.
Devatas, as soon as they want to kidnap Kayadu, they listen Narada Muni. So, and they dropped their decision to kidnap Kayadu and kill the baby.
Narada said, don't try to harm. It's Mahabhagavad. Immediately they stopped. Haribol. They're obedient to the Mahabhagavad devotee. So Prabhupada is appreciating the obedience. Most amazing thing is, even in the modern times, doctors can tell you whether a child will be a boy or a girl. But can any doctor say your son will be Mahabhagavad? Who could say that? Therefore, one should take the words of such pure devotees very seriously to the heart. So, but one does not take it seriously, then one invites trouble in this world. Like for example, you find in Mahabharata, Duryodhana was advised by so many people. Markandeya Rishi came to the Sabha, Narada came, Dhaumya Rishi came, so many Rishis came, Vyasadev came, so many people. But did Duryodhana hear anybody? And he was destroyed. But here you find the Devatas have one good quality. They listen to the devotees. Narada said, you can't kill this child, stop it. Then immediately left Kayadu and circumambulated her 3 times and offered obeisances. Because who was sitting inside? Mahabhagavad devotee. So he sat down. He circumambulated and offered obeisances. He went away. Prabhupada is appreciating that. So Hiranyakashipu went to the forest to perform very severe austerities. And what was his purpose? And what does Prabhupada say about Hiranyakashipu's austerities? 2 questions. What was his purpose? What did Prabhupada comment about Hiranyakashipu's austerity? Yes, Krishna Prasad. Give the mic to him.
Prabhupada says that he had a material purpose.
His purpose was?
Material.
He said something else. That he said later. Yeah? To defeat demigods. Hiranyakashipu's purpose of austerity was to defeat demigods. And what is the purpose? Purpose is a material purpose. That he said. That's what Prabhupada commented. Very severe austerity performed, but the goal of that austerity was to defeat demigods. And what is the purpose? A material purpose. So, which means Shastras don't appreciate any type of tapasya. Like in Bombay, you find people hanging in the train. In the morning, 4:30, 5 o'clock, they leave. We go for Mangalarti and they go for the train. And heavily loaded train. And they travel 3 hours, 4 hours standing in the train being crushed by the crowd. Is it not austerity? But the austerity is for what purpose? No. It is for making money. And then you should say that endeavor for making money is called material purpose. Because you have to speak the way Prabhupada speaks. If you simply tell people that you are working hard in the morning, therefore it is material purpose, nobody will take you seriously. You have to say, you are working hard for what? Working hard for money. You came with empty hand, you go with empty hand. You don't carry that money with you. Still you work hard and accumulate. Therefore it is material purpose. And that purpose is what when Prabhupada commented something in Sanskrit after that. What he said? Shamayeva hi kevalam. Haribo. Yeah. So, and then Prabhupada said, there are many fields in which people work very hard performing austerities to make some improvement. So 3-4 fields, he said. Anybody remembers what fields? Different fields, he said. Yeah.
One example Prabhupada told about
No,
Mahatma.
not example. What all fields, he said, where people are trying to make improvement in this world.
Politics.
One was politics, then economic field, and business field. Yeah. So business field, economic field, political field, these are the fields in which people work very, very hard to make improvement. Haribo. Again, these different fields are all material purpose. Again, just like money making is material purpose, these different fields are also material purpose. So, people have to work very hard. And then what is the result of working hard to improve these purposes? Is it valuable or useful? And what example Prabhupada gave? Yes, who hasn't answered yet? Okay, Vishnu, yeah.
Prabhupada says that it is useless and simply wastage of time.
It is useless, simply waste of time. An example he gave us.
He gave of Gandhi.
What did he say about Gandhi?
Prabhupada said that he had a political purpose and
He had political purpose. And what Gandhi said to people of India? We are Indians, let us drive away Englishmen and let us take the supreme authority, he said. And then what did Prabhupada comment about Gandhi's instruction? Gandhi said, let us take the authority from the British and let us rule, let us drive away the Englishmen. So what did Prabhupada comment about it? Yes, Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu.
Prabhupada has commented saying that Gandhi has wasted his 20 years of...
Like this, you got it?
Gandhi has wasted his 20 years of life in Durban and 30 years of life in India.
20 years of life where he wasted?
Durban.
Durban.
And 30 years in India.
Correct.
For which he has to waste his whole life.
That's useless waste of time, he said. And then he spoke about Gandhi's effort. What is the result of that? That also he spoke.
Prabhupada said that today you
are Indian, tomorrow you may be born in some other country. Or you may be again born in India, but may not be a human being. One can be born as a tree. And if you become an Indian tree, who cares for you? He said, you may be standing in one corner. Nobody will know you are a great politician before Indian. There are thousands of trees. Who is going to look at that tree? Haribol! Then he gave the final conclusion about the austerities. Without Krishna consciousness, whatever austerities, penances we perform, it is simply a useless waste of time. Because you have to change your body. Everything will be changed. You have come naked. You have to go naked. You cannot gain anything. Mrityu sarva haraschaham, he said. Whatever you have accumulated materially, it will all be taken away. So this is one snippet from Prabhupada's lecture, which you can take. He began with saying, Hiranyakashipu performed severe penances, and his purpose was to defeat the demigods and take over the position of the demigods. Similarly, Gandhi wants to defeat the British and drive them away and take over the control of the country for Indians. And now Hiranyakashipu apparently defeated demigods and took over their position. Could he rule forever? No, it was destroyed by Lord Narasimha. Similarly, we might have got freedom for India, but after freedom there are more other complications now. Do you think after Indian freedom people have become very Krishna conscious and many are going back to Godhead? You find Indians are becoming more worse now than even before. In fact, 500 years ago, when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Goswamis, because we were under foreign rule, people are very Krishna conscious. They thought that these people are other fellows are ruling. So they wanted to Krishna Rama Govinda chant and go back to Godhead. Same way, even today you go to Gulf, if you see, you will find, Mathura Desh, Damodar Desh and all these different places, you will find people are very Krishna conscious. Not only Friday they come for the program, every day practically they have some program. Because they are living in a foreign land, they are ruled over by somebody else. So materially they feel that, we may be making money, but there is always danger. And they come together, they stay together and they practice devotion service very seriously. So it appears that sometimes the tension is very good to make. If things are more very easily available, more money is available, more space is available, we tend to take them for granted. Yeah. Therefore, Prabhupada says that, okay, Hiranyakashipu took that big position, but the purpose was material purpose, to defeat the demigods. Gandhi's purpose to drive out Englishmen is a material purpose, he said. And then he said, the result of that is, you are not going to be living in India forever. And today you are Indian, tomorrow you may be somebody else. So, therefore, without Krishna consciousness, whatever austerities, penances you perform, it's simply a useless waste of time. And then he gave another example, Shastric example for this, where he was talking about somebody was striking a conversation. In that he said about how acquiring some big material position by doing severe austerity and occupying that position is simply a useless waste of time. Further, he gave an example of one dialogue between two people. Anybody knows? Yes, Vishnu Prasad. He knows.
Prahlad Maharaj was telling to Narasimha that my father acquired so much just by tinkling of eyebrow.
Like moving his eyebrows, he was making demigods tremble. That was his position, power.
But you finished everything in few seconds.
You finished him in 1 second, he said. Very good. Haribo. So what is the use of material position? He said. Correct, no? Can you imagine, is there any one of us sitting here, we can twist our eyebrow and demigods will be trembling? Our position is so insignificant. But he was so powerful. But even from that powerful material position, he was finished by Lord Narasimha in only 1 second, like you see here. In 1 second he was finished. Prahlad says, what is the use of any position at all in this world? Nowadays, if sun is hot, people can put air conditioner. Whereas when Hiranyakashipu found the sun hot, he can stare at the sun and say, hey, cool down. And immediately sun has to cool down. Sun would say, sorry sir. Tell me exactly what temperature you want, I will adjust myself. That much temperature only he will exert. That was his power. Show me one person who is as powerful as Hiranyakashipu now. Bhumi was giving yield of fruits and grains as per his order. He could control nature to some degree for some period of time. One boy was asking, you say Maya Adhyakshana Prakriti, Krishna controls Prakriti, but even Hiranyakashipu is controlling Prakriti. He is making the Bhumi give fruits, give grains, he is controlling the sun. Krishna says, Madhubhayat Vati Vatoyam Suryastapati Madhubhayat. He is controlling the sun, controlling wind, everything. That means it appears to me that Hiranyakashipu is God. Like that one boy was arguing. What would you tell him? Anybody? Yes, Sasham Prabhu. Give the mic.
His control is only for some time.
Yes, Haribol. This is out of syllabus question. This one. And he was not happy also. God has control and he has happiness. But Hiranyakashipu's control is short-lived control and he was not happy. The tiny jiva can pretend to be God for a short time. Sometimes the teacher tells a boy, all the students are sitting in the class, I just have to go for half an hour, I'll come back. But when the boys are writing the exams, take care that nobody copies. And the boy is made in charge. And the teacher comes back in half an hour. By the time the boy is seeing somebody is copying, part, he slapped the boy. How can you copy? Immediately all the tooth fell. The teacher came running and it was bleeding and they had to rush the boy to hospital. The teacher scolded and the boy was given a severe punishment. The boy said, you only told me to take care. So she said, this is the way I told you to take care. So when the living entity is given in charge, he does damage to himself and others. He was also punished and the boy also lost his tooth. But the teacher knows how to control a copying boy without having to break his tooth, correct, no? Therefore, Lord is supreme. He can be God and he knows how to run the material world expertly. Maya Adhyakshena Prakriti. But when a Hiranyakashipu type of living entity takes control, he will do sinful activities and he still wants control. Lord is supremely auspicious. Therefore, he can have all control. Correct, no? That Prabhupada was saying also, yeah. Therefore, in conclusion, Prabhupada told all the devotees that when you are executing devotional service, what you should not do, Prabhupada said. Yes, give the mic to him. Behind, yeah, yes. Yeah, yourself. Mic.
You have to leave the material desire.
Do not bring material desires with you when you are doing devotional service. Hari Bol. And two reasons Prabhupada gave. If you bring material desire with you while doing devotion service, what are the two disadvantages? Achyuta Gopal Prabhu will tell us.
Life is wasted.
Yes, you have wasted your time and you have to take one more body. Hari Bol. Yeah. So, on the other hand, if you are using your time in Krishna consciousness, Tyaktva Adeham, Punajanmanaiti, Mameti. You will go back to Krishna. So you are not wasted your time, you don't have to take one more body. But otherwise, Hiranyakashipu did material austerity, he wasted his time. There are many freedom fighters wasting time for, one fellow, like Mughals came, they were driven out. Then British came, British were driven out. Then the Chinese tried in 1962. So you find that somebody comes and somebody goes. One shouldn't waste time in, material liberation. That kind of thing is. So that's what Prabhupada is saying, that you waste time and you take another body again. Those are the two disadvantages, he said. So Hiranyakashipu came, Prahlad came, but they came for two different purposes. Who can say? For what purpose they came? Given?
One showed how we will fall down when we are envious towards the Lord. That Hiranyakashipu showed. And Prahlad came for how to perform devotional service to the Lord.
Yes. Haribo. So Hiranyakashipu came to show how to become an enemy of Krishna. And Prahlad Maharaj came to show how to become a devotee of Krishna. Now some of you may have a question. Why should somebody come and show how to become an enemy of God? What is the need? Prahlad you can understand. But why somebody should come and show how to become an enemy of God? Yeah, you can give him. Give the mic. Mic is coming. Yeah.
What should not be done is thought process.
Okay. What is the advantage in showing what should not be done? Prahlad already showed what should be done. Why should he teach what should not be done? Why did he come?
So,
yeah, behind.
Ultimately, the consequences of being the enemy of the Lord.
That is the main point. Haribol. To show the consequences of being enemy of God. It is the disadvantage. Because most of the world, you will find, people are bringing the angel out of them or animal out of them. Therefore, somebody should behave like an animal and show that to bring out the animal out of you means these are the bad consequences you will get. Like for example, Hiranyakashipu, although he had so much control, he was killed by Lord Narasimha. And he was inglorious because all the people of the world hated him because he was torturing them. He was not allowing them to do Brahminical activities. Therefore, one should see both examples. For Hiranyakashipu, you know the disadvantages of not becoming a devotee. For Prahlad, you know how to be a devotee. Both people come to teach. What are the 4 things that a Madhyamadikari knows? Madhyamadikari knows 4 things. Who can say all the 4 things? Okay, Jagdish Prabhu.
Madhyamadikari knows how to deal with different people, and then Prema, Maitri, Krupa, and Upeksha.
Correct.
With the Mahabhagavatas, he should have a loving relation, respect, and Maitri, friendship with the equals, and Kripa means.
And Prabhupada said, how to show Kripa to innocent childlike people? Yeah? Teach them how to chant, how to dance, and how to give them also prasadam. Yes. So, and give them education, prasadam and education. So this is the way we can show Kripa to new innocent people. He said. Okay. Upeksha for them. Yes. What is the difference between a Madhyama Adhikari and Uttama Adhikari? Who can say the difference? Yes. Vaishnav Prabhu.
Madhyamadikari does upeksha, but Uttamadikari he does not do upeksha also. He even excuses the people who have done some like Prahlad Maharaj, he forgave.
He even loves those who are Dushatsu. And what is the example he gave for that?
Prahlad Maharaj, he was asking, when the benediction was asked, so Prahlad Maharaj said that please excuse my father, even though he had done so many.
He had done so much torture for him, still he said, please excuse my father. Hari Bol. Yeah. So who is considered the best child in this world? Prabhupada said. Yeah, please give it to him.
Who devotes his life to the God.
He devotes his life to God. He is the best child. Hari Bol. But Prabhupada says, but what do the rascals take it? If the son becomes a devotee, what they think?
They think that he has wasted his life and they try to bring him back, kidnapping or brainwashing, they try to bring him back.
Yeah, Hari Bol. If their son has become a devotee, they try to bring him back. They do it by kidnapping, by deprogramming. Prabhupada says, instead of taking it as an advantage, and they don't consider it, oh, it's my good fortune, my son has become a devotee, my whole family will be delivered. They don't think like that. That is due to materialistic people, they do like that. So some people were complaining when Prabhupada was preaching and made many people into devotees. They said, you guys are brainwashing the youth, they said. So what did Prabhupada say regarding that? Our Prabhu, only Prabhu.
Prabhupada said it is not brainwashing, it is brain giving. It is not brainwashing, but it is brain giving.
Why? What is the reason for that?
Because he want spiritualization for
No. There's one reason why he said that. Why it is not brainwashing, it's brain giving. Because they have no brain only. No brain. How can you wash a brain if they don't know brain? Therefore it's called as brain
giving.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Rantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki